time hearing it with it being 2020. So something new.
Okay. I think my definition of entanglement is basically like a situationship. You know how we all like were so hung up on that word when it first was spoken, like, oh, we in a situationship, we not in a relationship. Like
that was a fabulous song. You know that?
That's kind of like how I see entanglement. Like, it's not a relationship. It's a situationship. It's two people who are physically entangled.
Literally.
Yeah.
Have you been in entanglement? Would you say you've been in one?
We'll get to that later.
Oh my god. It's always Kirrie.
We'll get to that later. But no, seriously, I think like entanglement is basically a situationship that involves definitely physical
relations. I feel like that's all it is. If me and you have been talking for X amount of time and then you telling me, oh, this is just an entanglement. For one, you're never gonna say that out your mouth. I don't feel like nobody's ever gonna be bold enough to tell somebody like, oh, this is an entanglement.
Yeah.
Because if you tell me that then and I accept it, I just feel like I have no respect for myself.
So do you think like an entanglement is emotionally wrapped up too?
It can be. I feel like it can be. It can become an emotional thing. More so, I believe it roots from being intimate and it roots from a physical thing, and then it leads into being emotionally invested. But then it's like you're confused. I think we all have situations where we've been involved with somebody and we knew that's all it's gonna ever be. Okay. Like I knew it, you knew it, and we all just knew like that's all it's gonna ever be. I definitely feel like that's possible. So in that sense, it would be just that intimate. So
okay. Well, I guess I could tell you about my personal experience. You asked, have I ever been in an entanglement before? I have.
In a knowing entanglement? Like you knowingly knew, hey Erica,
girl.
Like you knowingly knew you were in an entanglement?
Yes. I was not forced in my entanglement. I was single, so I just, when you're single, you usually talk to several people. I mean, if you're me, I'm sorry, I can't speak for everybody else. But in my single days, I didn't just talk to one person. I talked to several people, and the person who I was in the entanglement with was the person who I liked the most. Okay. We were, we were sexually active, and we had a lot of love for each other. So I think that in hindsight, that was my entanglement. Erica said entanglement is a bougie way to say soul ties, and you know what? I agree.
I don't agree.
I agree.
Because I feel like soul ties is a bit more in depth than saying entanglement. Like soul ties, I feel like if we got soul ties with each other, we've been doing this for X amount of time. And
but if you in
it's
an
a bit more in depth.
That's still not.
When I hear entanglement, I just hear it as like a joke. Like it's just that, an entanglement. Like it's a funny way to say we're just involved, like we're just talking, we just were messing around with each other and we were intimate. When I hear soul ties, I hear more of we together, we are very intimate with each other, we hope to see where this could possibly go, we have the intentions for it to move somewhere. But with entanglement, I feel like it's like that's the dead end. Like it doesn't, we both know it's not going anywhere. If I'm not rambling.
That's your look on it. I mean, I feel like if I say my situation was an entanglement, like I don't think we both probably expected it to go somewhere. We just still want to do what we wanted to do. Yeah. We had intentions on going somewhere, but we ain't make it.
We ain't make it.
We ain't make it. So
she said soul ties have no time limit. It sounds like a relationship. True.
Yeah, and see that's how I feel, Erica. I feel like yours is kind of like that's a relationship.
That's what I hear when I hear soul ties. Like,
well, okay. Well, you
like,
reference soul ties with a relationship.
It sounds like it resonates with soulmate. That's where I get from it. So soul ties, I'm thinking like we're soulmates, and which I don't believe in soulmates.
You don't have any soul ties to anybody?
I've never had a soul tie. I've had a serious relationship, but it was never a soul tie.
What about an entanglement? Have you ever been in an entanglement?
Of course.
Okay. Was it willingly?
Yeah. What do you mean? Was I forced in it, or did I force it?
No, I'm saying like, did you, like you asked me, did you know that it was an entanglement? Or
yeah, he knew
did
too.
you expect more out of it?
Nope, he knew exactly what was going on. We just enjoyed each other's company. We liked each other. We felt like, okay, we like each other. We're enjoying each other's company, but we know that's all it is, and we're both okay with that. So I think that's considered an entanglement.
Yeah, and Erica, a soul tie that's a different
She
level.
said it was hard. Yeah, it feels like I feel like that's a relationship.
Well, in my case, my soul tie wasn't a relationship. It wasn't.
So how do you know if something is a relationship when y'all, for me, it's once you come to me and say, look, I enjoy you, I really like you, and I really want us to date exclusively. You have to be specific with me. Because if you don't say that or if you don't ask me, then we single and we just enjoying each other. So we're dating.
Exactly. That's why I said my soul tie was not a relationship.
Yeah,
like,
we're just dating
in a relationship. You know, I was just in a situationship with a person that became a soul tie, but then when it was cut, and it was very hard. It was hard. But
to cut off your entanglement.
Yeah, my entanglement, soul tie, like goodbye. You gotta go.
Yeah. I feel like it's different for different people, and I think we should get in the habit of. I hate saying the word normalize. I hate seeing it, saying it, all that, but we should normalize relationships and saying this is what it is and saying we're being exclusive, because if you don't, people are going to automatically assume that that's what we're doing. We've been talking for 2 years, we in a relationship. No, we not. No, we not.
I mean, I agree with that. You should definitely tell people your intentions. However, I know it might sound crazy coming from somebody like in my position, but it's okay to just date. Like, I am such an advocate with dating,
having fun, enjoying yourself.
Like, I am not an advocate of like just jump into the first relationship like that's out there. Like, date, have fun, talk to other people, talk to multiple people at one time. Like, listen, do your thing. Like, whether you're a male or a female.
And that's why niggas be selling out to y'all, because you know we together, girl. Stop playing. That's what's wrong with men. Why y'all think that? Just because we been talking, dating for 2 years, that don't mean you my boyfriend. You need to chill out. You need to relax, because we never established that. I don't remember us having a conversation and saying we together and this is what it's gonna be and we're exclusive. Until that conversation is had, y'all have to chill. Y'all have to remember your place.
Yeah, it's really important to like know your place and play your role.
Play your role.
Like, don't do the most, because it's okay to just date. It's okay to have several people you're dating, and I'm gonna always say that.
In the beginning, who I was a couple years ago, a couple months ago, I did not believe in that. I know that's hard to believe, right? Because I was like, no, if we talking and I had to come to terms and to grips with the fact that that's not always the case. I'm more so, if you want me to be your girlfriend, we need to talk about it. This need to be discussed. I don't want to assume, because if I'm assume, I'm always just assume we just still dating. We just still messing with each other. So until you physically come out of your mouth and say this is what I would like for it to be, if you're okay with that, then we just hanging out.
Yeah, and that's exactly how it should be. If your intentions are not clear, if your intentions are not spread out on the table, then we having fun.
Ladies, stop having all these high expectations.
Right.
Coming from me, from experience, stop having high expectations in anybody, not just even in a relationship, friendships, work, everything. Just stop having high expectations. Expect the worst, but if the best happens, then just be excited about that too.
So since we're talking about like kind of soul ties, entanglement, because I feel like they both can be, a lot of the characteristics are basically the same. Just depending on what your definition of the two are. So when it comes to a soul tie or an entanglement, when is it a good time to just chuck the deuces and say, okay, I'm out of this?
When you feel like you're putting out too much energy, when you feel like it's requiring too much from you and it's not serving you. If ever I feel like I'm in a situation and I'm not being served from this situation, then I don't want to do it.
Right.
I don't want to do it no more. Because at this point, you're taking from me and I'm still putting out into you. Why am I giving and I'm not getting anything in return? So if we agree that we just hang out from time to time, and then I hit you up and try to hang out, and you ain't really down, and a couple times, this never happened to me, but a couple times go past and I'm still doing this and you aren't reciprocating, then at this point, I could give this attention to somebody else. Why am I still putting that to you when you not really trying to match me?
Right.
So anytime you feel like you aren't being served, I feel like that's when the tie should be cut in anything.
Okay. I agree with that. I just feel like with entanglement, situationships, you cut the ties when it's convenient. For me. Like, because when I had situationships and stuff like that, entanglements, like, it wasn't that deep to me. So
you could leave when you felt the
Exactly. So when it came to my situation, one instance was, okay, I started liking somebody else, aka the person I'm with now. So it's convenient. Bye. You know, it was just like, sorry, not sorry, but we can go our separate ways now.
You've served your purpose.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
You know, we just didn't work out. Maybe we could have, but it just didn't work out.
And I feel like that's kind of, it's tough for people who are expecting, see where these expectations come in at? When you're expecting it to be something more and you never had the conversation or never set boundaries or the intentions with each other. So then, if I'm the man and you coming to me and telling me, yeah, you know, I just don't want to do this no more, like it served this purpose, I'm off that, I would be like, what? I'd be shocked, but that's because I put you on this pedestal. I gave you this leverage over me to think that maybe one day we'll get somewhere without actually having that conversation with you.
Yeah, and I agree. I think, like, in my situation, that's what it was. We both, like, had this joke that we'll say, you better not get serious with nobody else.
But y'all know y'all was dead serious when y'all...
With nobody else but me. And then it was just like, well, looks like I got serious with somebody else. Gotta go. So, yeah, that was the lack of setting expectations and
boundaries with each other. And I think, but then you still have situations where people will still lie. And have you believe that it's more than what it is instead of being truthful and being honest. And for me, I'm the kind of person, if this is the way you feel, tell me so I can make my own decisions. You want to go mess with 2 other people? Tell me so I can decide if I want to go mess with 2 other people or if I just want to leave you alone.
Right.
Like, I want to know too, and you not giving me the option to make my choice. You want to make it for me and you want to lie. I don't really want to have nothing to do with you. Because at this point, I mean, I just feel like it's unfair. If you want to mess with other people, you should tell me that so I can do my own thing too.
I don't think I can handle that because just imagining my woman having sex with another dude. Whew. Well, is it your woman or somebody you just talk to every now and then? We're not talking about relationships. Like, a relationship, that's a no. You know, definitely shouldn't be messing with nobody else. But if you're in a situationship or an entanglement or what have you, you can't dictate if that person can talk to other people unless y'all have set those boundaries. Like, if it's no boundaries being set, like we are all fair game. Like it's.
I agree. It's tough to hear. It is so tough to hear. Y'all don't understand, but I really feel like that's the truth. I agree with you so much. There you go.
Like we all up for grabs. It is what it is.
I mean, that's just the way life goes. Right. And I feel like until you set boundaries and you're truthful with yourself, then that's the only way you can be truthful with other people. But I feel like that's another conversation we don't got to get into.
Right.
I'm learning.
Right.
So,
So, what are y'all takes on entanglements? We done talked so much and told y'all how we feel about it. We just talked about soul ties. We talked about, situationships basically being entanglements. Like, what do y'all think entanglements are? Like, have y'all ever been in any entanglements? Like,
I want to know what y'all be having going on, because y'all be so secretive.
We want to know. Because I know y'all done had some entanglements before.
Yeah, I think we all have. I never feel like entanglements end good. I just feel like the situations get so messy. Like, it turns out to be so messy.
Some of them leave peacefully. Some of them go out with a bang.
A big bang. I.e. Jada and Will and Jada and August, and he done made a whole song. That's that's messy. You had too much time on your hands. You had entirely too much time.
They wanted him to be a secret, and he was tired of being a secret.
What's y'all thoughts on that too? I feel like, let me speak on something. We want men to be honest. We want men to be vulnerable. We want them to speak up. We want them to do all this. However, I feel like it's a way to go about doing these things. That is a way that I, as a woman, would not have even went about that situation. Like, I wouldn't even have went about it that way. Like, because at the end of the day, you knew this woman was married. Like, you knew. Regardless if they were separated, not talking, mad at each other, that's still her husband. Like, they have so much invested. That marriage is way bigger than you.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I mean, maybe he was hurt.
Marquez told me he can't even get a threesome, so he know that ain't happening. What? What, Marquez? It's different for men. To hear a man say that, because I always feel like men are just so arrogant. I don't know why I feel like that. Men are very arrogant and they're very egotistical. Like, so to hear a man actually not engage and want to do those things, 2 points.
So Shan said, I don't take my entanglements serious. I just feel like that person is there for a time period. That's how I feel too. Like, that's exactly how I feel. Like, the entanglements that I had, like, I didn't take it serious. If I caught feelings for, like, one specific person, then, we did go further than that. And maybe, potentially, we could have been together, but there was never, like, any, we have to be together.
So, let me ask you, did you feel bad? Like, did you feel bad about it? Shan, this is for you too. Do y'all feel bad when y'all, like, not when y'all as if y'all just do this every day, but do you feel bad if you are with somebody and y'all spend this time getting to know each other and y'all actually become friends, and then you like, oh well, I don't want to do this no more? Do you feel bad, like, for that person, or is it more like you are more selfish, like, oh well, he knew what it was?
I'm 50-50. Most of the time, I didn't really feel bad, because I feel like we both knew what it was, and I feel like he was doing him just like I was doing me. And then a part of me was just like, dang, Kirrie, maybe that was kind of.
But it didn't last. That feeling didn't last.
No, I didn't regret it or be like, oh, I gotta apologize. No.
Why? Because you feel like it's not about him, it's about you. It's about what you need to do for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, he was doing him as well. So I was just the one who got out first. If he would have got out first.
Is that like a competition, you feel like, in relationships, who get out first? Or not even relationships, entanglements. Do you feel like that's a competition to see, like, who can get out first?
No, I don't think that's a competition. I think it's just whoever, the luck of the draw, whoever get tired of it first,
Jada
or whoever
Pinkett is watching. Hey, Jada.
Girl. I was like, who?
She is.
Girl.
Well, it might not be her.
You crazy.
You know.
But yeah, I just feel like it's who gets tired of it first, whoever feel like they have an out first, whoever get in a relationship, like somebody, you know.
I always feel like if I was to do that, I would feel bad, and it would sit on like my conscience a little bit, like, you know, we did have, because I get attached to anything that I spend a lot of time with or put a lot of my energy into. I get attached to it, so I feel like person, thing, place, whatever. If me and you had something going on, and we both just like, or if I felt like I like this other person more, then I would feel a bit more, you know.
But I will say, like, when
she said it's Duval Jada. Girl, that's better. So that's more than enough. Hey, Duval Jada.
When I did have that going on, I feel like he knew he was number one in my life.
Kirrie.
It sounds bad, but that's the truth. Like, I feel like he knew, you know, what the situation was. He knew I talked to other people. I knew he talked to other people, but when I call, you answer the phone. When you call, I'm gonna answer the phone. Like, if we're going somewhere, okay, I'm busy. I can't hang out with anybody else today.
So
and it was vice versa.
In an entanglement, say you used to this person always showing up. You call them, they can always be there. And then it gets to the point of where you feel like they drifting away a little bit. You human. Care.
Yeah, you're human,
and
so
like,
you care about it.
The phone, you know, we barely talk or we barely text like we normally would be. You would be a little bothered.
Right. And in my case, it kind of went both ways because, you know, when I did start drifting away, he kind of reeled me back in a little bit, and then a bombshell dropped, and then I was just like, okay, so we both had times where we got a little upset with each other.
I wish I could tell you a level of respect. I agree, because I still feel kind of bad. So, you know.
It was too late. Yes, Shan would have said something before it was too late. And that's another thing. Do not let people make you feel bad for moving on when they weren't ready. Okay?
Yeah, Marquez said that's kind of a relationship still, though, ain't it? It's a platonic relationship. Because you would do that with anybody. Even if it's my friend, I would still feel kind of bad about it. I still, like she said, it's just still a level of respect you must have in entanglement.
Ooh, Kia say we got the concept of entanglement wrong. Please enlighten us. Please enlighten us.
I told y'all from the beginning, I don't know, but from what I can assume, I feel like for one that's suffocating, don't ever call me we in an entanglement. Don't ever tell me that.
I feel like it's just another word for situationship. So Kia, please enlighten us. Let us know what we got wrong because we really don't know. We're just giving our point of view.
Update us on what you believe an entanglement is. Because at this point, I feel like we all kind of wrong. We just going off what we assume it could be
and what we went through. You know?
Yeah.
But like Shan said, that hit home. Like, don't. It's too late. Like, don't make you feel bad for moving on when they didn't say anything, they didn't try to make it official.
But then I feel like it's always a game of cat and mouse. Like, who gonna say it? Who gonna be the first one to say or decide that this what it's gonna be? Like me, I'm ready to. I need understanding. I need to know what's up because I don't want to go through my everyday not knowing. Like, is you my man or not? I need to know, so I'm not tripping. So I just feel like that should be something that's established after you start gaining feelings. If I start feeling myself gaining feelings, then you gonna know because I'm gonna vocalize that. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna tell you. I feel myself.
I mean, in my case, I feel like neither one of us were ready for a relationship at that point. It was a time when I was ready for a relationship and I did vocalize it. And then he wasn't. But because I didn't want to be with anybody else I was talking to at that point, I was just like, you know what?
How do you know you're ready for a relationship, though?
Well, like you said, when you're around somebody, hanging with somebody, talking to somebody every day, and this is a person, even if you're talking to other people, but this is a person that you smile a little bit harder when they text message come across your phone, then it's like, okay, you know, maybe. And it wasn't like I was like, oh, we need to be together. I was just like, you know what? When you ready, I'm ready.
Right. Okay.
And he was just like, okay. And then he kept doing him. But after I said that, I kept doing me as well. So it was just it was nothing that was said, and then as soon as I started drifting away, it was like, come on, let's just stop playing, let's just make this. And I was just like, boo.
I feel like we all kind of say things too if we feel like somebody we're involved with heavily. If we feel them drifting away, you kind of just say anything at that moment.
Yeah.
Instead of walking away too, you kind of say what you need to or what you feel like would be best to keep them around.
Come on, kid. We waiting for you before we clock out for the day. We're waiting for you. We need to know how we got the concept wrong. We want to hear your side.
Yeah,
we need your opinion. We need your opinion. But yeah, I just feel like y'all do you.
Oh, she said, oh, okay. She said, when a couple fuck a outside person, threesome, they be a part of your family life and they live normal and the couple break it off with them. Okay.
I mean, I feel like that's specifically Will and Jada in August.
Literally. So basically, if you have a family, what you're saying is if you have a family with somebody and you decide to step outside of that marriage or relationship and mess with somebody else, then that's considered an entanglement. Because at the end of the day, you know it's something that's temporary. Like it's for the moment. It's for the excitement. That's what you're saying? I'm going to assume that's what she's saying.
Okay. I mean, that's essentially like what happened with...
Maybe what we're talking about, our entanglement... Well, that's our version of entanglement because we haven't been married yet.
Yeah.
So we can only go off of... Or we don't have families, like legit, like husband and kids kind of thing. Yet. Can't speak for everybody, but yet we don't have that. So we can only go off the moments that we're in right now, which is what we've experienced all the way up until now.
Oh, she said they had August together.
Shan said it sounded like a low-key three-way relationship.
Yeah. It does. Okay. When you said the word entanglement, I agree with y'all. It does sound like that.
So wait, let me say this, because this is something I've been wanting to know. Would y'all be down for an open relationship? And when I say that, I'm saying, would y'all be down to be in a relationship with somebody and y'all both know that y'all are also messing with other people? Would you be down to do that? Would you be down to do that?
No. Not in a relationship. I would rather just be single. And I talk to you, and you. I wouldn't want to be in an open relationship. That's too much drama. I don't know where the boundaries would be at if I was in an open relationship.
Okay. Oh, Jade said, I've been calling you Jada, girl. You should have corrected me. She said entanglements means being in some unhealthy situations that is only beneficial for superficial reasons. I could not agree more. Because I think that's all it is. He was just bringing something to the table that she was not.
He is talking about a family nanny, but for personal, you are crazy. Like,
I think this the best. I like that. That's the best way to have put it.
Yeah. Okay.
Cause that's kind of what it is. That's all it was. He was just there. He was giving her something that Will wasn't in the moment. Her and Will was mad at each other. If me and my man mad at each other, of course, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to do nothing with you. Get out my face. Right. So that's probably what she was getting at. I mean, and that's technically using him.
Would you be down for an open relationship?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm equipped enough mentally or emotionally to handle an open relationship. Right. Because it's not even being like jealous or insecure. I just wouldn't be comfortable with it. Because I feel like at the end of the day, if we together, you come home to me and I come home to you. I don't want you to, well, you know, I got my other girlfriend that I got to go see. Like, what?
Cora, I don't think people say that. I think they just be like, yeah, I'm about to go ahead and go.
I think I'm about to go to like, such and such house. And I'm like, oh, it ain't my night.
It might be like, I'll be back in a couple hours.
And then in my mind, instead of asking you, because I'm one of those people like, what you finna go do? I have to just automatically know and assume that that's you finna go to your other girlfriend house. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
No, I can't do it. I'm not equipped emotionally.
This nigga cheap, but he can pay bills.
Nope. That's an open relationship too. You just around because you know he gonna pay your bills, and then he messing with other people, and you're okay with that.
Yeah.
I could never. I don't think I'm not prepared.
Yeah, I'm not strong enough for that, y'all. I'm not. So, what else we got for today?
That's all I had to touch bases on. I really wanted to just get y'all aspects on entanglement and telling us what y'all opinions was, because clearly we kind of just, I guess we just went off our own personal experience of what we know in the moment, which is fine.
So Shan said, I think that an open relationship, no, but a relationship that me and my boyfriend have a girlfriend together, yes.
That's the open. Oh, you want to share her?
Yeah,
so
that's basically. Yeah, that's basically what she's saying. Like, basically, y'all just open to have threesomes with one particular girl.
And are you okay? Like, you okay with knowing that? I feel like maybe it is jealousy to you.
Well, no, that to me that says that she's okay with it, because she said that her and her boyfriend are sharing a girl. So yeah,
maybe it's me. Maybe that is jealousy, Kirrie.
Or maybe you just. Yeah, maybe you're just stingy in your relationship.
Because if it's me and you, it's me and you, Pooh. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Bad boys for life.
I agree.
Bad boys for life.
Okay.
So yeah, that's all I had to touch bases on. I really just wanted to get you, to open up your horizons on what entanglement is, and also decide if that's something that y'all are even interested in doing. And it also couples up with an open relationship. Right. So, I mean, I guess it's all just about preference, what you decide to do, what's okay with you. So,
yeah, like I said, y'all, don't be so quick to jump in the first relationship. Have fun, enjoy yourself. I'm not saying go get into entanglements, because that's a whole, that's just too much involved. But do you have fun until the right person come?
How do you know when the right person comes? That's a conversation for another day. I ain't gonna ask. I'm gonna ask Kirrie off on camera.
All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all for y'all opinions. Like this, share this, tag your friends. As always,
follow and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will post the link in this video in the comments.
All right. We'll see y'all later.